welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a story time. As you guys can tell by the title, this story time is kind of emotional. I'm gonna try not to cry. I'm gonna do my best to try not to cry, but this story time is about how I saved my mom's life. Like, I saved my mom's life. So if you guys are interested in watching this video, I'm gonna get right into the video. Remember to like this video, comment, subscribe, share, whatever you guys want to do. Make sure you guys do it. Hit that notification bell so you can always stay notified whenever I post a video. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so I remember it was April 16th, the day everything happened. This is the time when spring semester was going on. I was in school, so I woke up early in the morning. Actually, I'm gonna backtrack. My mom went to work that night, the night before everything happened. She got off work 6 o'clock in the morning. I walked in her room because she had something that I needed to use for my hair or something. I don't know what I went in there for, but I went in there, grabbed something. She was asleep. And I go to school. I went to class. I went to that class around 9 o'clock. I'm not sure if it was 9 o'clock or 8:30, one of those times. But I went in there and she was asleep. She was peaceful. Like, she didn't look like nothing was going on. Like, she was normal. Everything was normal. So I'm like, okay, she sleeps, she's tired, clearly, because she just got off work. So I go to school, and I'm riding to school turned up like how I'm always turned up, you know. Turned up like how I'm always turned up, just, you know, feeling myself, vibing to, you know, I'm thankful, like, I wake up today, like, thankful that I'm here on this earth, like how I always am, right? Okay, so I get to school, get to class. I think we had a test to take, and I'm like, oh my god, I really don't want to take this test, but I took it. And this is back then when my brother was planning on to go to Texas or whatever, and he wanted me to go take him somewhere so he can get his, like, luggage and other things so he can leave or whatever. And so that was my plans, for me to hurry up and get out of class as early as possible. So I hurried up and took my test. I did all that, and then I went on my way home. I have clips of how, like, happy I was. It was like nothing wrong with me. I'm gonna insert them now. Okay, so as you guys can see that I was, you know, nothing was wrong. I never even knew anything. In class, my mom had texted me. Like, everything was normal. Everything was normal. My mom had texted me, my brother, my dad, everything, because we were planning on moving out our house. So she told us to get my school schedule, proof of, like, my school, my income, everything, because I was working at the time. So she was telling me to get all that information. And I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna get it. And then I'm over here, like, just rushing to get home so I can take my brother and get back to school, because I had a next class at like 12, and I got out actually like 1, and I got out at 11:30 or whatever, and we were going to Walmart. My brother had told me that he had just got off the phone with her 10 minutes before everything happened. So this is just like the craziest thing on earth. So I get home, and me, if you guys know me, some of y'all may know me personally, I have a really weak bladder. So I ran upstairs, like, I gotta pee. I looked in there and there was no tissue. So I'm like, Mom, can you have me some tissue? And she's not responding, right? She's not responding. Her door's open. She's not responding. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, what the hell? Why is she not responding? Fuck. And then I hear, like, muffling, mumbling and like and I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I look in her room. Well, I didn't even look in her room. I'm still like, Mom, can you give me some tissue? Can you give me some tissue? And she's like not responding. And I'm like, at this point, I'm thinking like somebody broke in my house. Somebody fucking broke in my house. Like, I'm gonna kill somebody. So I'm like slowly walking to her door. Like, what the hell's going on? Like, slowly walking to her door. Like, oh my God. And I'm thinking, all I'm thinking about is, I didn't even mention this earlier, but I had this ex. He was really, really crazy. He had hit me up. He called me from jail. Right? So I'm thinking he had somebody come in my house to hurt my family because he's crazy like that. I had to put a restraining order on him and everything. So that's another story time. But I'm thinking that he's in here hurting my family. So I'm like, what the hell? So I walk in the room and I see her on the floor. I'm like, what the hell? So I look around her room and there's nobody there. There's nobody there. I'm trying to help her up and I'm like praying to God, like, this gotta be a joke. Like, Mom, please tell me this is a joke. Tell me this is a joke. So it wasn't a joke, clearly. So I'm trying to pick her up. Like, at this point, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if she just hurt herself. Somebody came in, hurt her. I didn't know what was going on. I'm trying to help her up. She couldn't get up herself. I was scared. I was terrified. Like, oh my God, like, what is going on right now? I was like, I was so scared. This is like, that was the most scariest moment I ever had in my life so far. So after that, I'm trying to pick her up. So I finally get able to pick her up and I'm holding her like this. She's facing me. I'm holding her like this. Her bed is like, say her bed is like behind me, and I'm trying to like lay back so I can lay back. I'll lay back and then I'll roll her on her bed. But I could not do it. I was not strong enough. I'm not strong enough. I mean, I am strong enough because I can help hold her up now, but back then I was not strong enough to hold her up. I couldn't do it. So at this point, I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? And I see she has no strength at all, no strength. So I'm like, what's going on? I don't know. I don't understand. I couldn't do it. So I'm like, I'm calling my brother and I'm like, Maurice, and this is my older brother's, that's my older brother's name. So I'm like, Maurice, come here. Like, and I'm screaming it out to the top of my lungs, like, come help me. Like, this is like, that was the most stressful moment in my life. So I'm like telling my brother, come help me. And once he got her up, he's strong enough, so he got her up, sat her on the bed. At this point, she still didn't have no strength at all whatsoever. No strength. Sat her on the bed, and then I see her, because at this, I never looked at her as I'm trying to get her. I'm just trying to help her up, and that was my main focus. So I get her up. So he gets her up. I look at her and I'm like, my mom is going through a stroke right now. Because only reason why I knew was because I had a teacher back where I used to live who had a stroke. And when you have a stroke, your mouth gets slightly twisted and you have like slurred speech. So that's what I noticed, and I picked up those signs and I'm like, Ma, you're having a stroke. Like, this is not like, oh, I fell and I hurt myself. This is not, nobody came in and broke in my house and hurt my mom or anything. This is a stroke. So at this point, I'm like, oh my freaking gosh. Like, I didn't know what to do, but I was just like, oh my God. Maurice, she's having a stroke. Like, I just kept saying it, she's having a stroke. And then my mom, she was still conscious and she can hear everything I'm saying, but she was just like, no, it's not a stroke. And also she was saying, when I first saw her, she was like, help me up, but she didn't say it like she could actually say it. She was just really mumbled and slurred. It was just a really crazy experience. The shit scared the hell out of me. As soon as I realized it was a stroke, she kept on saying like, I'm really hot, I just need to get in the bathtub. Get me in the bathtub. I'm like, no, you can't get in the bathtub. Like, me and my brother were telling her, like, no, you can't get in the bathtub. Like, you're going through a stroke. So I eventually called the ambulance. I called 911. They kept asking me questions like, can she say this? Like, they were saying some type of riddles, and I'm like, no, she can't say it. And I know it's a stroke. I know what it is. Like, just hurry up and get here so my mom is safe, like, and healthy. and everything. So that's how I felt and whatever, and I was really angry and upset and all that because I really just wanted my mom to be okay. So after that, I'm in the bathroom just like my mom's like low-key dozing off. I'm like, "Ma, wake up, wake up, wake up." I'm making sure she stays woke. And then the emblems come, and mind you, we're upstairs and she has no strength to get downstairs. She has no strength to even walk at all. Like, so the emblems get there and they had to carry her. 2 people had to carry her downstairs. They brought her to the hospital. Oh, let me stop because I feel really, really emotional. I don't even want to cry at this point. But they took her to the hospital. Me and my brother, we were just like so out of it. Like, I don't even want to cry right now, but me and my brother, we were like so out of it. Like, we just literally just sat there and just like started like crying and hugging each other because like we didn't know what was going on. This is like, our mom is healthy. Like, she never went through anything like this ever. Like, she's never went through anything like this. I need a tissue. My mom never went through anything like this. She's always been healthy. Like, all her doctor records says she's healthy. Like, never had high blood pressure, never had any of that. Like, nothing wrong with her. So we were just really confused, like, what's going on, like, you know. And we just sat there in our driveway and watched the ambulance drive away, and we were just sitting there hugging, like crying, like bawling tears, like crying hella hard. Like, we really were so confused. We didn't understand. So like, I called my dad and he didn't answer. I called my brother and I'm telling him, like, my other brother, I told him like, "Oh, my mom had a stroke, like, get here as soon as possible." Called my grandma, had to go to get my younger brothers that were in school at the time because it wasn't summertime, so we went to go get them. And then we're all just sitting waiting for them to like get to the hospital, and then we're all like, it was like 3 cars, we're all driving in different cars because we're all racing to get to the hospital. And at that point, all my friends were, I don't know if we were supposed to be hanging out or anything, or no, I think I missed class. Like I said, that same day I had 2 other classes and my friends were in both of my classes. So they're calling me, blowing me up, like, "What's going on? Like, why aren't you at class?" And at this point, we had a group conversation. I left the group conversation because I was just like, you know what, this is too overwhelming. This is too much. I don't even want to talk about it to anybody. I don't even want to speak on anything. Like, I just want everything to go well with my mom. I want everything to like just go well. That's it, and that's all. And yeah, so that happened. And then once we got to Moreno Valley Hospital, they transferred her to Loma Linda. And after they transferred her there, they had told us that she had a blood clot in her brain, and they were assured, yes, it was a stroke. They said that it was a blood clot in her brain. And at that point, I was thinking, like, God, just, and she had to have surgery to get it removed. So I was thinking, like, God, just, I was just praying, like, nonstop praying. I was going through it, and I'm still like kind of going through it. So it's just like, I just try to stay strong for my family, stay strong for my mom, everything, stay strong for my dad, because my dad go through a lot too. But yeah, after that, we just sat there waiting in the waiting room, just waiting for her to come out the house, came out the surgery or whatever. And we finally got to see her, but she was under so much medication. She was under so much medication we couldn't even like speak to her. She spoke to us, but she can't really, like, now, like, she couldn't remember any, like, a lot of things that we spoke about, or, you know. I remember walking, I think it was the second day, because the first day she was so under so much medication, she didn't even, you know, she didn't even know what, she knew what was going on, but she was like too tired and too like under the medication, just drowsy. She didn't even want to like speak about anything. So the next day, this is the most saddest thing that I ever heard, like ever went through. And I came in, it was the second day she was in the hospital, and she was just like, thank you for saving my life. I was like I didn't even want to like cry, because yeah, she was in urgent care or whatever, and like I didn't want to trigger anything off, and the doctors were kept saying like, don't be sad around her, don't show a lot of emotions, just, you know, be happy and be positive, you know what I mean? So I didn't want to cry or anything when she said that, and I just was like, you're welcome, you know. And I just told her I love her, hugged her, you know. I don't know, I'd never want to just be too emotional, because the doctors always told me don't be emotional around her because it can cause and trigger other things. So I just try not to be so emotional. But I guess that's my story time. Eventually she got out the hospital. Come on, dance, Summer. Hey. She was in the hospital for about 3 weeks. They tried to keep her longer. She didn't want to stay as long because she missed her family, and she didn't really feel comfortable staying in the hospital as a normal person would. But right now, as of today, she's doing so much better. She's learning how to walk all over again. She's doing so much better.
Mommy, you got this. You got this. Okay. I see you, Mama. Y'all just do not understand how proud I am of my mom. She really doing this.
She came out the hospital, she couldn't even, when she first got into the hospital, she couldn't even move her left, I'm over here right, this is my right, but she couldn't even move her left hand, her arm, her leg. She couldn't move her foot, her toes, none of that. But right now, as of today, if you guys watched my last vlog, if you guys watched that vlog, which is my last video, she's doing way better. She's walking with her walker. She's not in the wheelchair no more. She's doing so much better. I'm proud of her. But yeah, I just want to show you guys this story time. If you guys watched my last vlog, my last video, on what happened with my mom, because a lot of people don't know what happened with my mom, and I just want to share the story. And Mom, if you're watching this, I love you to death, and whatever we may go through, the love I have for you will never change. I will never stop caring for you. I will never stop being there for you at all, ever, like, period. I don't care how much we argue or how much we disagree on things, any of that. Like you're like my best friend, and I love you to death. I love you to death. I hope you don't cry when you see this video, but I love you so much, and you know that. But if you guys like this video, give this video a thumbs up. Remember to like, comment, and push the notification bell so you can always stay notified whenever I post a video. And yeah, so bye guys. I'm living my best life. I told y'all I'm living my best life. I made a couple L's with my best friends. Turned all my L's into lessons. You see the whip pulling up, it's like screw.